Welcome back to my channel, No Lights Needed, where we most of the time talk about either shoes or cars, 90% of the time. Today, we are going to be talking about a hypothetical situation, a what-if scenario, with the Lakers on the verge of winning their 17th championship and LeBron winning his 4th NBA championship at the age of 35 in his 17th season. I brought up this question to my friends. Would you draft LeBron James in the 2021 or the 2020 draft for the 2021 upcoming season as the first round draft pick, if you could? Let's talk about it next. So again, welcome back to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. That really helps out a ton. And again, you already know the question. I was talking with my friends, a group of four, just basketball stats, getting hyped for the Laker game. Some of them was Heat fans. Some of them were not Laker fans. And myself being a Laker fan. Go Lakers. I asked them this question. Would you draft LeBron James and number one pick at age 35, 17 seasons, all his minutes played? Would you take him in the first round draft pick this year for your team? 3 of us said yes, 1 said no. And I was surprised that he said no. LeBron, being a proven winner, been to the NBA Finals 10 times in his career, averaging, 27 points and almost a triple-double for the most part. Been pretty much healthy the majority of his career. I thought that would be a no-brainer, that everyone would take LeBron James, even with being in the league 17 years. At age 35, which 35 isn't old. I like that shit kills me when they're saying, oh my God, he's at the age that he's doing it. It's not like he's 42. 35 is still relatively young. I mean, granted, yeah, for NBA standards, but maybe you guys should, or NBA people, should consider putting more 30-year-olds on your team. I mean, let's take a look at the stats. There's been the youngest NBA team ever to win the championship was at the age of 24 years old, and for the Portland Trailblazers in 76, 77, and so on, 25 years of age, the Philadelphia Warriors, 25, 25, 25, 26, 26, 26. And then the oldest teams to win the championship was, I believe, the Bulls at age 32. It was 97-98 Jordan Bulls, his last championship. And then their dirt team, the Dallas Mavericks, at age 31. Boston Celtics 68, 69, 30. So 35, I guess, can kind of be looked at as old for NBA terms. When you think of just the oldest team that's won the NBA championship, the average age was 32. But with these players coming up in the NBA draft, the mock draft, Anthony Edwards probably predicted to go number 1 from the Minnesota Timberwolves. LaMelo Ball predicted to go number 2 in the Golden State Warriors. Would you take LeBron James over both of these guys? I think it's a no-brainer, in my opinion. And again, all this is my opinion. And we can kind of just go back again, so to speak, to like, he's only in his 17th season. He's not even like the oldest player ever to play in the NBA. Vince Carter had 22 seasons. Granted, Vince Carter wasn't putting up those type of numbers that LeBron is putting up. You look at Kobe, he had 20 seasons. Still wasn't doing what LeBron was doing. But again, 3 more seasons. So I figure LeBron has a good 2 to 3 more seasons left where he's going to be putting up close to these numbers. Granted, if he stays injury-free. So with that being said, him being injury-free, his numbers are only going to fluctuate probably a point and a half or two here and there as far as points, rebounds, assists. Would you draft him as first-round pick? I say yes all day long. Because, again, the guys that you are picking this year aren't proven. And then you're going to have to wait those 5 years for that guy to develop, if he develops at all. Let's even take a look back at the past #1 picks, the past 5 years. Zion. Would you pick Zion over LeBron? If you could have, hypothetically, what if drafted LeBron for 2019? I still say yes. DeAndre Ayton, 2018, no-brainer. 2017, Markelle Fultz, no-brainer. 2016, Ben Simmons, might have an argument there. Even me still today, with, again, Ben Simmons being hurt, I picked LeBron. Karl Anthony Towns, I picked LeBron. So in the past past 5, I'm counting 2020, in the past 6 NBA drafts, I still would pick LeBron James at 36, 35 as my first-round draft pick all day long. And looking at his stats for the past 5 seasons, again, you kind of can see that his points really don't drop off much. His rebounds really don't drop off much. His assists went up as he got older. So he's not going to fall off in the next 2 seasons drastically, given that he stays healthy. And I'm sure he's going to stay healthy. I mean, his career shows that he's pretty much going to give you a minimum of, 67 games, 70 games for the next 2 seasons. You really can't prove that, but I would bank on it more than these young guys that you would draft. Let's take a look at what teams will do, in just my opinion. I'm giving a percentage of if they drafted LeBron James. If every NBA team had the #1 pick and could draft LeBron James, how would their season unfold? Atlanta Hawks. Now, looking at this, I put a championship next to certain teams with a percentage of if he got to the championship, in my opinion, what's the percentage of that team actually winning? So that's what that is. If I don't have a championship next to their name, the team name, that doesn't mean that they didn't make the playoffs, because granted, most of these teams will make the playoffs still just by adding LeBron. I just didn't put the championship next to him. Atlanta Hawks, they wouldn't win a championship. He wouldn't get to the NBA Finals. Boston Celtics would definitely get to the NBA Finals, and they probably will win. I give them a 92% chance of winning the NBA championship just by adding LeBron next season with their same current roster. And keep that in mind too, with everyone's 2020 current roster, no trades, nothing happened, no injuries. This is what I would predict would happen if you was able to add LeBron James for the 2021 season. Brooklyn Nets, granted, would you add KD and Kyrie, and both of them are healthy, 94% chance, especially coming out the East. Charlotte Hornets, they wouldn't make it to the NBA championship. Chicago Bulls wouldn't make it to the NBA championship. Cleveland, I'll put them making it to the NBA championship just because it's Cleveland, but actually winning it will be a 25% chance. You know, do what you will with those numbers. Dallas Mavericks, with Luka and LeBron and Porzingis, I say he would take them to the NBA championship, and they probably would have a 73% chance of winning it. The Denver Nuggets with Murray and Jokic just did, for sure will go to the NBA championship and probably will win. 95% chance. The Detroit Pistons wouldn't make it to the NBA championship with LeBron. With a healthy Clay and Curry and LeBron, that team will for sure go to the NBA championship. Probably will win at a 77% chance, depending on who they're playing against. Houston Rockets, 97% chance winning with Harden and Westbrook. Indiana Pacers, I got them. They had a pretty solid season record-wise, and plus they're in the East. I give them going to the championship with LeBron in their roster, but winning it, 20% chance, give or take again. Of course, I think this is a no-brainer, adding LeBron to the LA Clippers roster as it is with Paul George, even though he didn't help the Clippers in their last playoff games. But Kawhi and the Clippers deep bench, that's 100% chance for sure. Lakers, now you probably wondering why I got my team, my favorite team, the Lakers, at a 90% chance of winning the NBA championship next season with the current roster, because it's always hard to go back-to-back. And if you don't make any changes, and again, this is a hypothetical situation, assuming that the Lakers or none of these teams make any changes to their rosters, the Lakers barely pulled it off this season with AD and LeBron. And it's going to be tough to try to repeat with that exact same roster without any help. So I would give them, and the hunger will be gone a little bit. LeBron wouldn't have that sense of urgency as much as he would have this season with losing Kobe and not making the playoffs last season. 90% chance for Lakers. Memphis Grizzlies, I got them making the playoffs, but definitely not making it to the NBA championship. Miami Heat, for sure, will make it to the NBA championship with LeBron and possibly win it at a 97% chance. Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis and Bron will be a beast of a squad just with those two alone, not even including the rest of their roster. 99% chance. Minnesota Timberwolves for sure make the playoffs, but definitely wouldn't make it to the championship. New Orleans Pelicans, I got them making it to the NBA championship with Bron and Zion, but winning it, 35% chance. Still too young. You know, I don't know if they have enough to actually get it done. I think they're barely squeak into the playoffs, but just by their youth. New York Knicks definitely wouldn't even make the playoffs with LeBron. Oklahoma City Thunder, what Chris Paul did, man, I mean, no one expected OKC to be as good as they were this season. So you add LeBron there, they probably go to the NBA championship. Winning it, 49% chance. Orlando Magic, I only put them in the championship just because they're in the East, and they have a solid roster, and Bron can help that tremendously, but I definitely don't have them high chances of winning it. Philadelphia 76ers, 97% chance. That roster is pretty solid. Phoenix Suns, they definitely make the playoffs. I don't think they would make the NBA championship. Portland Trailblazers for sure would get to the championship with Dame and McCollum and Bron, 85% chance of winning it. Sacramento Kings, I don't even think they would make the playoffs. They might. I think they would. San Antonio Spurs, only reason why I put them in the championship is because of Coach Pop. And they have a solid roster, good enough to make it there, but the coaching and Bron will put them over the top for me. I put them at 53% chance of winning the championship. Toronto Raptors, no-brainer, coming out the East with what they've been doing with Lowry, 98% chance of winning the championship with Bron. Utah Jazz, solid roster again, pretty decent season, 83% chance of winning the championship. Washington Wizards, I do not have them winning the championship. They definitely will make the playoffs for sure, but wouldn't win it. So those are my thoughts. What would you do, or if you had a chance to draft LeBron in the finals, in the first round pick of the NBA draft, would you draft him? Would you not draft him? Why? Why would you? Why wouldn't you? I'm more concerned about why wouldn't you draft him, because I think it's a no-brainer of why you would draft him in the first place. Those are my thoughts. Tell me yours. We'll talk about it in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button. Appreciate the love from the videos. And I like a debate. It's just my opinion. Just because my opinion might not match up with your opinion, doesn't mean we still can't be cool. That's the problem in the world today. We can agree to disagree. Catch you on the next video. Deuces. In minutes played, LeBron isn't even the top player minutes played in NBA history. That goes to Kareem with 57,000 minutes played, and LeBron is what I think number 9 on the NBA history all time. As of September 2020 at 48,000 minutes played. So he has 10,000 more minutes of good basketball minimum left to play. Keep that in mind.